Is this okay? Yes. Yeah? Are you still with me?
Yes.
All right. And I need this because I speak with my hands, and that is also a language.
Yes.
A week after I arrived in France, I sat on a dining table. Across from me, a woman in her 50s stared at me. Alors, tu es en France maintenant? Il faut que tu parles en français? I crumbled into my chair. My nose itched with the smell of decayed Camembert. A forced smile appeared with a stiff nod. Still, I was excited to learn the language of Simone de Bouvoir and Anais. So I practiced. I studied hard. I tackled les conjugations, les noms, les verbs, les masculins et les féminins. I learned all the rules and all the exceptions to the rules. And when I was ready, I tried my sentences in the streets. Dun, 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 dun. But when people heard me, they squinted. They held their ears as though I were a fire alarm. And with a dry mouth, I apologized. Désolé. And with every désolé, I shrunk smaller and smaller. 2 years later, I was standing on a sidewalk here in multilingual Brussels, one hand on my pregnant belly, another hand holding my 5-year-old, when we suddenly heard a few teenagers yell, "Si tu parles pas bien en français, dégage! Dégage! Dégage!" That day, my daughter suddenly turned 15. She turned to me and said, "T'inquiète pas, maman, je vais t'apprendre le français." Well, it's no wonder that quand je parle en français, I slouch, and every muscle in my body contracts. My knees, though, they become weak and wobbly. I think and rethink every mot before I say it. Et mes doigts, they turn to each other as though they're pleading, "S'il te plaît, aide-moi." And while some people don't like to hear my accented French, in some pockets of Brussels, other people don't want to hear me speak Arabic either. So I ask you, should I just walk the streets in silence? When I speak Arabic, sometimes they hit me with these piercing looks. A look that makes me feel as though an elephant has stomped on my chest. Suddenly, my breath feels shallow and fast. So sometimes, when I'm with my kids, I unconsciously switch to English. I usually speak to them in Arabic, but I find myself switching to English sometimes, because it's the language of neutrality, the language where if I speak English, nobody really judges me. They actually find it cool. See, I don't mind switching between languages. I do it every day. I'm constantly translating from one language ila ukhra. But when that switch is guided by fear or shame, then I need to be honest with myself, because I'm a writer, and we say we're honest, right? And I need to be honest with myself and look inside myself and ask, why are you ashamed of Arabic? I mean, why the fuck? I don't want my kids to grow up thinking Arabic is the language of shame, that we have to hide it or speak it in a whisper like this. I will shout it urasi fi sama until every ounce of shame decapitates from my body. The next time I feel those eyes cooking my cheeks, سأتحدث باللغة العربية الفصحى في كل شوارع أوروبا، ومهما حدقت عيون العنصرية حتحاكى باللهجة اليمنية، وحغني بأعلى صوت وأقول يلا 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 قولوا قولوا يلا يلا. Allez, please clap with me. يلا يلا Ici, on parle arabe aussi. Ici, on parle arabe aussi.